Hi, it's Jason Huett with Collaborative Commercial, and today I'm going to do a deal breakdown. Sometimes I will do these on businesses that I find interesting. This one happens to be a listing that I have. It's a float therapy spa based in Dane County, Wisconsin. And the reason that I wanted to start with this one was because I've been a client of the business. I've done float therapy for probably about the past decade, and it has had a really great impact on reducing my level of stress. So I've been a floater for a long time. I believe in the business and what it can do for people. And so I wanted to highlight this one. So let's just start with, I'll tell you a bit about the business. The asking price for this is 175,000, has cash flow of 62,279. If you are a new entrepreneur, you'll see this term cash flow also a term called SDE, seller discretionary earnings. And basically, what that tells you is the total benefit to the owner on an annual basis. So you've probably also heard, there's net profit. What we do is we try to capture the total benefit to the owner, and that's why you'll see cash flow more often than net profit, because business owners tend to write off a lot of things. This business has a gross revenue of 183,000. It was founded in 2015, and the FF&E, furniture, fixtures, and equipment of 40,000 is also included in the business. So, what do I like about this? There's a lot to like about it. One is if you were going to launch a float therapy spa from scratch, um, I would guess that you'd be looking at least 250 to 300,000 to do that. Because you've got build out, you'd have to build offices and bathrooms and put the plumbing in. Then you've got the float pods and tanks and equipment, and that could easily, on the low side, be $250,000, if not more. And then you start with no customers. So I like this business because it's already got a customer base. It's already profitable, and I don't use the term turnkey often, but this is as close as it gets to being a turnkey operation where they have a lot of systems in place. From an operations standpoint, the other thing I really like is the staffing. Um, there's 4 employees. I'll page down just a little bit. So 4 employees, one of which is the owner's included in that. But employees are mainly part timers. So finding additional help, especially in this competitive staffing landscape, is I like it because it's being staffed by part timers, but also it's not super technical work, and so it's not like we have a group of doctors that have really highly specialized training. It's going to be relatively easy to find people to work in the business, which is really important in this day and age. Um, Coming down here, so this facility, they have 3 float tanks. One's a larger float room, and it also has a hot sauna. One thing that I'll touch on is just the wellness industry has been in just an explosive growth mode this past decade. It's a $480 billion market. 82% of U.S. consumers consider wellness a top priority in their lives. So, especially as stress levels continue to grow, I feel like this is a business that's going to have demand well into the future. So I had a colleague call me and ask about this business, and he said, "What would you do?" And here's my take. I love businesses that can become multi-location businesses. My first business was of that nature, and this appears to be a franchise. The branding is that good, but it's actually not a franchise. So the owner developed the brand and the logo and everything that comes with it. It's got a great website. It's got a customer relationship management system with a lot of contacts in it. My first play, if I bought this business, would be, aside from kind of understanding the basics of the business, would be to deploy email marketing. Email marketing is the highest ROI marketing activity. It's been that way for a long time, and it's not going anywhere. For every dollar that you put into email marketing, on average, you get about $40 back. So that would be my first play. Would be to they do a bit of email marketing, but to systemize that a bit further and just nurture that customer base to generate more revenue. Um, I also like this business a lot for multi-location growth. So if I was running it, I would be looking to grow it from a single location to possibly three, four, or five more. And at that point, I might decide I want to sell the business, but it has that capability. In terms of competition, I also like the competitive landscape. There's not many of these around. It's a very niche business. Um, but what I can say is because I've done an analysis on the marketing landscape in this category, and in southern Wisconsin, I would classify it as not very competitive. Most of the float spas in southern Wisconsin have a website, but there's a little bit of social media, there's a little bit of email, but generally speaking, if you put a really good marketing plan into place, I think that's going to do really good things for the revenue. I would personally have a goal of growing the revenue from where it's at 183 to upper 200s, low 300s would be my goal. What else can I tell you about the business? Um, let's see. The other thing I should mention is, yes, there's owner financing is available. This is probably one of the most important parts. I almost forgot to mention it. Up to 75,000 of seller financing. So if you are working in corporate America and you've wanted to get out, this might be the chance to have almost half of the sale in the form of seller financing. I think that's another huge benefit. All right. That is it for today. If you have questions or if you have interest in the business, feel free to reach out and feel free to pass it along. Have a great evening.